What's going on, guys? SatchyIsHere and welcome back to another World Cup squad builder on my channel. And today we are doing France, the French national team, a very strong national team, and they will be a threat in this year's World Cup. So obviously the 23-man squad was obviously released, and I have obviously based this squad on those 23 players. So before we get into this episode, I've only got one exam left, guys, so my uploading schedule should be back to normal. Now, this is obviously going to be uploaded today on Friday. I should have the pink slips up tomorrow, and obviously Road to Division 1 on Sunday, and it will just keep going on from there. So make sure to check those videos out. And also the Foot World Cup is apparently going to be released tonight, so there's a link in the description to my Twitch channel, and I might be streaming some Foot World Cup, maybe opening packs and obviously some gameplay, as I am going to do a Road to Glory for it. So do check that out, do follow me so that you know when I do stream. So moving on to the subs and reserves before we get into the starting 11, we do have Landreau, Varane, who I did try out for 1 game, Sacco, who I did try out for 6 games of the 10 games, Cabaye, Grenier, Giroud, Remy, Ruffier, who was drafted in because Mandanda has had to rule himself out because of an injury. See, guys, I do my research. I make sure I get the right players in the squad. Digne, Debuchy, Mavuba, and Sissoko. So moving on to the starting 11, it is a 4-3-3. Purely because of the right wing and left wing. That is the only reason why I went with a 4-3-3. So basically there's 3 team of the seasons and 1 very expensive rare player. So obviously you kind of know who that is. So we do have Hugo Lloris, a very good goalkeeper in real life and a very nice keeper in Ultimate Team. He obviously played, well, he's played 29 games for me, but he did play all 10 games. Moving on to the centre-back spots, we do have firstly Laurent Koscielny, a fantastic centre-back in Ultimate Team. He did actually play all 10 games, scoring 1 goal, and that was a header. Mangala is the other centre-back. He played 3 games. Sacco actually played more games than him, but I preferred Mangala way over Sacco, to be honest, defensively and offensively. He did score 1 header as well. Into the full-back positions, we do have Patrice Evra. I was kind of surprised that Clichy wasn't included in the squad. Obviously, the manager chose Digne over him because I'd rather have played with Clichy than Evra. Evra was a liability. Obviously I will talk about him later on as well. We've got Sagna in right back position. He played 10 games, didn't get any goals or assists. So moving on to the midfield, which was absolutely amazing. We have 2 team of the season players. Firstly, Matuidi, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. 3 goals and 2 assists in the 10 games. He is fantastic going forward and going back. He has that high work rates. He is an absolute god in that centre mid position. And the other centre mid we do have is Pogba. These 2 are probably 2 of the best centre midfielder players I have used on Ultimate Team. Their team of the season versions are out of this world. 3 goals and 1 assist, and 3 goals and 2 assists. Obviously they're both were equally as good. I couldn't really say one is better than the other. And in the cam position we do have not Menez, Valbuena. Now this guy is very small. He's 5'6". You would kind of think he's very weak, but he was surprisingly quite strong against like taller players. So he did get 4 goals and 4 assists. Very impressed with him. And now moving on to the reason why I chose a 4-3-3, because of a left wing and right wing position. Now France do not have a right winger in Ultimate Team that is in the French squad, so I had to go with no, I couldn't go with him. There we go. Franck Ribéry, who cost me 292k, 3 goals and 2 assists. Kind of disappointed with his return in terms of goals and assists, seeing as how much he does cost. But he does have that 4-star weak foot, which is the reason why I did play him at right wing, because at left wing we do have Griezmann, the team of the season version. He only has that 3-star weak foot, so I did kind of prefer to play Ribéry in the right wing instead of the left wing. I did play both of these, like I changed them around a bit, but I did in the end choose these 2 positions, Ribéry in the right wing and Griezmann in the left wing. And finally we do have Karim Benzema, my favourite player in this team. Look at that, 10 goals and 8 assists in those 10 games. Such a good player in this team. And personally, this was my favourite team to play with out of the 4 squad builders that I have done. A fantastic team. Took me a couple of games to get used to it, but it was an amazing team. So let's get on with the gameplay. Okay, so the 4-3-3 formation that I did use was kind of hard to get used to at first. I'm not used to using that sort of formation. But once I got used to it with this team, it worked splendidly. Like, splendidly, that was a posh word. It was really amazing to play with this team. It was definitely my favourite squad builder that I've done so far in terms of the World Cup. Just starting off with the attack, Benzema is such a poacher. He's always, in the right places to tuck away shots. Him and Valbuena were fantastic together. So many 1-2 goals that I scored with Benzema through that play. And that's why Valbuena got a few assists and a few goals. They interchanged very nicely. Look at that, another 1-2 there, this time to Pogba, and he slid that one away. The wingers were kind of disappointing. Griezmann, it took a while for me to actually play well with him. I did actually play like 7 or 8 games with him at the right wing spot, but once I did change him to left wing and put Ribery at right wing, it seemed to work a lot better because of Ribery's 4-star weak foot. So overall, both of them did quite a good job, but I wouldn't say they're worth to the price tag that I paid for them, especially Ribery, 292k. He wasn't amazing, but he did make a lot of good runs. I've got to say that for him, and his dribbling is really nice. Look at this goal right there. Ribery showing his very good dribbling on this game. But apart from that, I didn't really enjoy playing with him too much. So moving on to the midfield, which was the thing that impressed me the most. Like a 4-3-3 with 2 CMs and a cam, you kind of think that you're going to be exposed in the between the defense and the midfield. There's going to be too much of a gap, and it's going to be easy for them to get through. But Matuidi and Pogba are so good at getting back because they're fast for centre midfielders, so they were getting back and going forward all the time. It looked like they have unlimited energy, it seemed like it. And also, if you just saw that team, that was a ridiculous team that I came up against with this French team. And I absolutely annihilated him. I think I've been 3-0 and he rage quitted before half time. So that was just a little thing I wanted to add in right there. It was ridiculous how he had such an amazing team, but he just played so shit. Anyways, yeah, Pogba and Matuidi, I think after Benzema, they were my other 2 favourite players. Look at that dribbling again from Ribery. Very nice. That is his main attribute, I would say, is dribbling. Yeah, Matuidi and Pogba, certainly worth the price for sure. Definitely try. I would put them both in. I wouldn't play one. I would buy both of them and make a hybrid out of it because they are flipping amazing. And I think I'm not going to keep them, but I'll probably get their normal card and put them into a squad. Obviously, because I need the coins for the next squad builder, which is going to be Brazil, by the way. So, obviously, Valbuena, we did mention a bit. He was quite strong for a little guy. He provided plenty of assists. He got a few goals as well. He was an all-round fantastic cam. Obviously, I didn't play Kabay because of the pace. And look at that from Matuidi. Oh, my God. That was my favourite goal that I scored with this team. Fantastic on the half volley. And that just shows how good Matuidi is. Defensively, he's amazing. And Pogba's and Matuidi's shot power and accuracy with their shots is second to none for centre midfielders. So finally, the defence. Now, Koscielny and Mangala were fantastic defenders. Very good in terms of heading. And obviously, they got that pace. Sacco and I think it was Varane were okay, but I just preferred Mangala over them two. Sagna didn't really do a lot. He was solid, but he didn't really, do much. He didn't really make too many runs going forward. He kind of stayed back. And Evra was a liability. He was just too slow, in my opinion. I probably should have played Digne and tried him out, but Lloris was very solid in goal, didn't make any mistakes at all. So that is it for this video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed watching. If you want to see more squad builders like this, then hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. The next one will be Brazil on Monday, so make sure to check that squad builder out in the coming days. And thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.